Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Anime King 3. And I'm back with a brand new episode of What If Naruto Had the Power of Kratos and Thor, guys. Remember to get this one too. 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. I also post a brand new episode of What If Naruto went to the boys universe, so go ahead and enjoy that, guys, right below this one. And remember, if you're new and you have your ideas and you want them to be done by me, simply go ahead and comment on any of the channel's latest posts. Yes, I indeed have 4 more channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime Symbol, Anime Prince. All of the links will be down in the description, so go ahead and enjoy them, guys. So without further ado or wasting any more time, what about we jump right into this brand new episode? Let's begin now, guys. So, to do a bit of a recap for the last part that we left off, Naruto had returned. But how did he return? We get to see a flashback of what happened while Naruto was away. While everyone think that he was dead, we get to see where he ended up. He ended up in something known as the Empty. The Empty was special, powerful, and endless. Yes, it was a space where powerful people come to rest for eternity. Those that were above mortal sense, those that did not pass on to the pure land. Not exactly for bad people, but complicated beings, powerful beings. And Naruto ended up there, but unlike the others that were supposed to be fragment of themselves, his physical body was intact, which should not be possible. He was awakened by Minato and Kushina chakra, leaving him and Sakura tears that seemed to reach him into his subconscious. The Empty manifest state as a massive riding shadow pit. It wanted to know why Naruto was awake, as Naruto did not have an answer for it because he was gonna find a way out of there. The Empty was trying to force him to go back to sleep, but Naruto refused. He started to punch the floor, punch the Empty itself, which should not be possible, but he cracked a void in the space that had no space. Naruto landed within the crossroads, a realm before the underworld, a place where monsters tortured damned souls. As Naruto met a lot of things while he was there trying to find a way out. Abominations, monsters that were terrifying. Until he met someone. Vasago. He was a torturer. He had 15 eyes. He was curious and followed Naruto. He did not want to fight him. Eventually, after killing a lot of the monsters down here, Naruto and Vasago came across the leader of the crossroads, Moloch, the Obsidian King, a 10-foot tall being made of lava and obsidian. He ruled over the crossroads. He challenged Naruto, ready to kill him. Their battle was terrifying to those around. Moloch had more power here until Naruto summoned the Blades of Chaos out of pure rage alone, even though they weren't physically there. His Spartan rage exploded, lightning coursing through him. Naruto carved a hole inside of Moloch, realizing that he was the way to get out of here as Naruto split him open and crawled out of him. The trench in reality had split open, and that is how he got back to Konoha and killed Orochimaru and everything. This was a story that he told the members of the council, what happened to him, where he was. They were having a difficult time believing his words. However, Hayashi could confirm that Naruto was not lying. Either he simply believed everything that he was saying, or it's hard to say because everything sounds so wrong and crazy, but He was living proof because he was here. He was alive. And he shouldn't be alive, so that alone was telling that he really did the impossible to return back to this realm. Naruto had enough of this as they tried to make him stay, but they could not force him, as Naruto made that clear as he went to visit Sakura after the battle that had taken place. She was overwhelmed to see him, an emotional moment between them as he released everything, every ounce of information. He apologized for not being here, apologizing for putting her through that, but she did not care. She was just glad that he was back. Naruto even thanked Sasuke for being there for her, as he called him a good teammate and a true friend. It was a moment that Sasuke's faith was restored as he saw that Naruto came back from even death itself. Hiruzen was still dead though. Jiraiya had approached Naruto, revealing everything about who he is and his connection to him. He apologized for not being there. He wanted Naruto to come with him to find the next Hokage. Under one condition though, Naruto said Sakura would come along. They left Konoha together. However, the empty. It bled into the crossroads. There were laws and orders in place while the empty could not exactly come to the mortal realm. But the king of the crossroads could find ways to get in the mortal realm. Their desire, they have one purpose in mind. They wanted Naruto dead because he created the greatest taboo, making them seem like they were useless because they made him escape. And no one escaped from these places, so yes, the two beings decide to work together to bring Naruto back here. And this was not alive. So yeah guys, basically let's left off. You guys can switch across the play, check it out for yourself. So yeah, let's begin this now guys. The road to find Tsunade was long, and Jiraiya was discovering that reconnecting with his godson was gonna be harder than he anticipated. So, Naruto, he said while walking, as they made their way, I was thinking, we could work on some techniques together, you know, godfather to godson bonding. I could teach you the Rasengan, your father's technique. It's the most powerful jutsu that no. Jiraiya blinked. No? Just no, he said. You don't want to learn your father? No, I don't need it, said Naruto. But it's an incredible technique. No hand signs required. With your chakra reserve, I said no, said Naruto. Naruto's tone was not hostile, because he was not angry. There was simply no need for him to learn this jutsu and he was making it clear. But it was just the way that he talked. Jiraiya was not used to it. Okay, said Jiraiya as he decided to try another approach. What about I make you into a toad summoner, he said. The toads of Mount Mia not interested, Naruto cut him off. Naruto, you can't just... Yes, Naruto said. He didn't want it and he was making it rather clear. He wasn't angry at Jiraiya, but it was like talking to a wall. Yes, Naruto can be polite when you want to be calm, but his one-liners always stop people in their tracks. He had zero intention to learn any traditional ninjutsu. No reason to learn them, believing that what he possessed was efficient enough. After another hour of frustrating attempts, Sakura finally pulled Jiraiya aside. You need to give him more credit. He's trying, Jiraiya-sama, she said, in his own way. Trying. That's him trying, Jiraiya said. That is just how Naruto is. He doesn't waste words. He doesn't see the point in lengthy explanations when he believes in something, or justifications when he makes his mind up. But he's here, isn't he? He agreed to come with you. That should say a lot about you two reconnecting. Jiraiya sighed. I know, he said. I missed so much of his life, and I thought I would never have this opportunity again. And I just want to make up for that by teaching him, by bonding more. I thought he would be like Minato, and he's not like his father. He's Naruto, and he doesn't have any interest in traditional ninjutsu. He never has. He has his own power, his own way of fighting, and he's not gonna change that. Trust me. I know, she said. Jiraiya was glad to how much she knew Naruto, to show that despite him not being there was people in his life that cared about him so much. That made the Sannin very happy, yes it did. Over the following days, Jiraiya started to watch more than talk, to truly understand the kind of person that Naruto was. As he started to realize that Naruto was indeed different. No wasted words, he didn't act like a child, not one bit. Then again, which child went to hell and back? So you really don't use ninjutsu, Jiraiya said one night at the campfire. No point, Naruto said. My power doesn't work like chakra. The weapons I summon, the lightning I call, it's something else. Divine power, Jiraiya said. He remembered Naruto said something about that. Naruto simply nodded his head. The full scope of everything that he can do was still even beyond him. Your father and mother would be proud of you. Not because of the power that you carry, but because of who you are, the choices that you've made, Jiraiya said. Naruto looked towards him. Yeah? Yes, Jiraiya said, smiling as he did. As the group made their way off Konoha, two figures arrived, black cloaks, red clouds. They were the Akatsuki, and they were here for Naruto, the nine-tailed Jinchuriki, because the rumors were spreading around. As for Sasuke, upon learning that his brother had been in the village, more specifically looking for Naruto, Sasuke quickly made his way. He would find them, and he would finally put an end to Itachi once and for all. Meanwhile, Jiraiya decided to go and do some investigating, while the two waited in the room. I'll be right back, he said. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. The bland look on Naruto's face. He clearly did not understand what the Sannin meant. Jiraiya just waved it off. Him and Sakura sat having a conversation, until there was a knock on the door. Naruto made his way and walked towards the door, feeling something behind it. Powerful. Yet Naruto did not show an ounce of fear as he opened the door, gazing upwards. Itachi Uchiha stood there. It was unmistakable. Behind him, Kisame, looming over, being taller with Samehata strapped to him. Sakura gasped. You look just like Sasuke. Naruto looked towards him. He's his older brother, Naruto said, knowing there could only be one conclusion to that. Sasuke was his friend. He stepped up to help Sakura when he was gone. He was his teammate and his friend. And his own family had betrayed him, left him broken beyond repair, taking his family and his life away from him. You should be ashamed of yourself, Naruto said. The words sound so dangerous coming from him. What you did to him, what you put your brother through, the pain that you caused. Kisame though ignored Naruto's words as Naruto stepped in the hall. So you're the one, the boy that came back from death itself. Everyone's talking about you, you know that. I heard that you crawled yourself out of hell. What's that story like? Kisame said. Leave, Naruto said. Just giving them one chance. I don't think so, Kisame said. In fact, we're here for you, he said, stepping forward, Itachi dressing back slightly, his eyes watching Naruto very carefully. Naruto did not move or budge. Kisame smirked, rather enjoying the challenge. This little brat think he can stand up to him. He brought Samehata down and Naruto caught it. Yes, caught it. Samehata was acting strange as it made contact with Naruto. It exploded out of the bandages. Shocking even Kisame, Samehata's appetite seemed to be large. However, those scales that exploded outwards, they barely budged Naruto's skin. The force was not enough to pierce him. With his other hand, Naruto shattered them like they were glass. Kisame stumbled back, gripping Samehata tightly. What the hell? He said, confused. Kisame looked towards this boy that just shattered Samehata's scales like they were nothing. Sakura stepped out of the room, kunai in hand. Itachi merely glanced towards her. This doesn't concern you. Everything that concerned Naruto concerned me. I'm also on the same team, and I'm also friends with Sasuke. And what you did to him, you... Itachi! She was cut off as the boy shouted at the end of the hall. Itachi turned. He was shocked. But he barely let it be seen though, because it wasn't the Sharingan looking at him. It was the Mangekyou Sharingan. Sasuke was furious, shouted about all the pain and anguish. He created a Shidori and rushed forward. He was gonna end him right here and now. The wall broke open as Naruto sent Kisame through it. The two brothers engaged as Naruto looked towards Sakura and told her to stay here. He will deal with the threat. As he jumped through the hole, she felt bad because she wasn't strong enough to handle with these heavy weights. Compared to her, they were monsters. On the outside, Kisame rolled and steadied himself. You're strong, stronger than I expected. But it doesn't matter, Kisame said. He proceeded to release a massive volley of water, rushing towards Naruto to crush him under the force. Yet Naruto did not move. The blades of chaos, he proceeded to summon them. The chains wrapped around his wrist, tightened them around his hand. Within that hellish space, Naruto learned how to control his rage. Inside there, everything was heightened, everything was primal. Out here, everything seemed much more calm and peaceful, so it was much easier. The blades started to glow with an unnatural heat. When he plunged them forward, the heat, it vaporized the water, showing just how hot the blades could be. Kisame saw that and smiled. He launched forward towards Naruto. Kisame was one of the 7 swordsmen of the Mist, former member that is, despite still carrying the same blade. He's killed more people than most ninjas in a lifetime. He was a monster, wielder of Samehata. Kisame's physical stature was something incredible. Yet, this so-called child that he was fighting, that didn't even seem like a child, had been to hell and back, had faced monsters that would make any grown man piss themselves. The blades of chaos, the work of them all was catastrophic. They carved through Kisame's defense, the chains with the extension, reaching and burning Kisame's arms and legs, tearing through the fabric of the Akatsuki clothing. Samehata had been delighted by Naruto's power, but it did not realize the true ramification of it. When it tried to quench its thirst with the energy that came from Naruto, it burned it. Samehata pulled back. As Naruto saw the opportunity, Naruto swung the blades of chaos and split Samehata. Kisame could not pull it back fast enough. The legendary swordsman, one of the legendary blades, severed into 2. Kisame's weapon collapsed. He stood there in disbelief. Are you done? Naruto questioned. Kisame's eyes burned. Kisame did not love much things in this world, but Samehata has been there with him for some time now, and he indeed loved his sword. It was a part of him, it was his connection. Kisame flooded the goddamn town. Despite no longer having Samehata, the build-up chakra inside of him, he released a massive wave. All of that raced towards Naruto. Its sole intention was to eviscerate him. Naruto reached and summoned Mjolnir. The sky darkened as Naruto called down the lightning. The lightning shower that Naruto called down was so massive that it incinerated every droplet of water. Not electrified it, it incinerated, showing that this was no normal lightning and no water-based chakra attack could even keep up. But Naruto was not done. He twirled the hammer and the heavens responded. Kisame was being zapped by thousands of voltage, raining down from the heavens. Naruto jumped and brought the hammer down and split the earth, causing Kisame to fall down. Naruto jumped down to meet him. He wasn't wasting any time. Naruto was still fighting like he was in hell. Brutal, efficient, deadly. He crashed into Kisame's chest with his knees. You could hear the bones snapping his ribs. Samihata was not here to heal him anymore. Kisame spat blood. He reached and grabbed Naruto's arm trying to push him off, but Naruto pulled him. He was stronger. Despite their size differences, Naruto was stronger. The tattoos started to glow as Naruto's strength increased as he kicked Kisame up before grabbing his leg and further using his body to carve the trench into the earth. And once again when he drew for the blades of chaos, he did not hesitate. It was the first time that Kisame did not feel joy in a battle. As those blades gleamed, he knew that pain would follow. Wait, it was already over. What followed was vicious, brutal. The kind of violence that did not belong in the outside world. The kind of things that you saw within the crossroads. But Naruto was still operating like he was there. Despite not seeming to suffer any side effect from coming back, this was clearly one of them. The brutal efficiency, the wickedness. When he plunged his blades into Kisame's eyes, when he split his head open, when he carved out his heart, by jamming his blades and spinning it within his chest. It was terrifying. Naruto crawled out of the crevice, blood soaking him. Sakura, who had come down as Sasuke and Itachi had moved from the hall. She looked shocked as Naruto stood there for a moment. She saw all the blood on him, how calm he was. She blinked. "Where is Sasuke?" said Naruto. "Sakura, are you—" "I'm fine," she said. Go help him. Him and his brother headed off," she said, pointing towards that direction. "Go, I'll be fine. I promise." Listening to her words, Naruto proceeded to follow. Black flames were all over the place. It was Sasuke losing control. Sasuke Mangekyou was powerful. All those eyes were powerful, but Sasuke lacked the necessary control as he hasn't done too much proper training since he awakened the eyes. And not to mention he was operating on rage. And that is why he was losing. Despite having those eyes and the power that was granted, even the extra strength and stamina. Itachi was also a wielder of those eyes, and he was using his years of experience against Sasuke. It was like he could read Sasuke before he even think of his next move. Sasuke was on his knees, blood, as it showed the effects of overusing the eyes too soon. "You've grown strong, but you're still not strong enough," Itachi said, with his own Mangekyou Sharingan activated. Itachi had pushed his brother, long and hard. The only way to truly make him understand the differences, to make him grow stronger, Itachi went above the limit and summoned a ribcage that protected him from everything that Sasuke threw. Chidori punches, didn't matter what Sasuke did. The Susanoo ribcage was unable to be pierced by Sasuke. It was a way to show his brother that he was still not strong enough. As Naruto arrived, Itachi did not say anything, looking towards the interaction. Itachi's eyes met Naruto as he tried to put Naruto in an illusion to stop him from interfering, but Nothing happened. The problem was, he was using the Mangekyo. How? Itachi was confused. Naruto looked at him unaffected. Your illusions don't work on me, Naruto said, looking directly into his eyes. Perhaps if he talked to Sasuke he would have known that, but it was established pretty earlier on that those kind of illusions did not work on Naruto. It didn't matter how powerful they seemed to be. It was just the way his body operated. His mind was like a fortress strong enough to block out even the Mangekyo, which was a terrifying realization, one of the most powerful Sharingan tools in the trash when it came to facing Naruto. Where is Kisame? Itachi questioned calmly. I killed him. He's dead. Sasuke looked up towards Naruto. Maybe. It was a realization that he wasn't strong enough. Maybe it was the fact that he was struggling with his own mortality, even thinking about committing a terrifying act when he thought that Naruto was dead because he thought that getting any sort of revenge was pointless because it would never be possible. But it had truly changed him. Or maybe it was the fact that Naruto called him his friend. Maybe it was the fact that he knew that he had something else outside of killing Itachi. Naruto, I need your help. The words cost him. His pride. The desire to be the one to put Itachi down. Yet, he said them. I need your help. Naruto's hand raised towards him. There was no pity or shame in his eyes, just mutual respect. Behind his mask of calm, Itachi was proud. Smiling on the inside, he was happy to know that his brother had people to rely on, to count on, and he knew that he would need them. That's good, he said to himself. On the inside, Itachi didn't attack. He needed to play his part. Itachi properly assessed just how strong Naruto was, to see how much he had to go to truly make it believable. Itachi attacked as he was shocked. This boy, this strength. In this moment, Itachi felt completely calm. And the reason was simple. He can left the future in their hands. Maybe allowing Sasuke to be the one to kill him was never the true goal. But him working together with the ones that would love him and be there for him after he was broken, maybe that was... Itachi's power exploded as he summoned the Susanoo. Meanwhile, Jiraiya had arrived, seeing Sakura as they raced towards the scene. The Sannin was rushing to get there, terrified. Meanwhile, Itachi's power showed to be terrifying as the Susanoo towered over the trees. Yet, Naruto reached deep as Itachi black flames swept through the area. He truly wanted to see the limits of Naruto as he aimed this towards him. Naruto reached deep and called out something else. The pull was always there. This time though, it wasn't the blades of chaos or the hammer. It was an axe. The Leviathan axe as Naruto slammed it into the ground. He did the impossible. The laws of these flames meant nothing to his weapons. Naruto froze the Amaterasu flames. That made no sense. That shouldn't be possible as they shattered. It does not make any sense. Naruto took the full brunt of Itachi's attack, proving to be strong enough to go toe to toe with this monstrosity, while Sasuke was looking for any opening, any way to get by his defense. They couldn't find any. Jiraiya was speechless. Itachi, he was going this hard. It was a terrifying realization. He told Sakura to stay here. She could not accompany him. This was horrible. The absolute frost from the axe. Naruto drive it into the ground and it spread, climbing up the construct of chakra, showing the ability to even freeze even that. This was impossible. Sasuke, said Naruto. I will give you the opening. End it. Sasuke understood as Naruto moved. Naruto summoned the hammer. axe in the other hand. He jumped. Naruto slammed them on the mirror. The other mirror that reflected everything could not reflect the force of the two power combined. Electricity and frost acted like a combination. This power was not chakra. It could not reflect it. This should be impossible, but everyone should know by now Naruto was cracked. The impossible as Naruto continued the attack. He threw the axe. It froze everything in its path. Sasuke dashed forward and jumped, landing on Naruto's shoulder. His Chidori tear through the frozen section. Itachi could have done something, could have attacked, but Itachi allowed the Chidori to rip through his chest as blood poured from his mouth. Sasuke did not see it within the heat of the battle, but Naruto saw it. He was smiling, happily so, as his Susanoo deconstruct. Itachi was smiling happily as Sasuke destroyed his heart. "You've grown, Sasuke," he whispered. "So strong. I am proud of you." The words did not come out, but the movement of his mouth did. He slumped over on his brother. Sasuke collapsed along with him, not out of exhaustion, but after all these years, suffering alone, he did it. It's over. Sakura, of course, did not listen to Jiraiya's words as she also came as well. The battle was done. Naruto moved towards Sasuke, who was just lying there on top of his brother's corpse. Unmoving, unblinking, he was just lying there, quiet, emotionless. He was just lying there. Sakura walked up. Jiraiya decided to hang back. As the two teammates looked down towards him, "It's over," Sakura said. Jiraiya stood there. Sasuke was now the last Uchiha. Sasuke looked up towards them. There were tears in his eyes. Actual tears. "Sasuke, are you... I don't understand. What's wrong? I feel so empty." "It's done," Naruto said. "Yes, but why? What do I do now?" he said. The true realization was hitting him. In all of his dreams, in all of his thoughts of killing Itachi, actually doing it. Maybe it was them. They made him soft, they made him emotional to count on people, and now, what's next? What do I do? "You move forward," Sakura said. She stepped towards him. "You find a new goal, a new purpose. You let yourself be more than just your revenge. Besides, we'll be here. You can also come with us. We're gonna find the new Hokage. It can be a new start to everything. We can find her as a team. And don't worry, we will be here every step of the way. Isn't that right?" she said, looking up at Naruto, who simply nodded. Sasuke nodded his head, agreeing to go with them. As Might Guy arrived, he wanted to bring Sasuke back, but Jiraiya told him that he will cover it, as Sasuke will travel along with them. He really need this, as killing Itachi was a lot. Days later, they finally found her. She was drinking, she was a mess. Tsunade refused. When she saw Naruto, though, she was curious. The news had even reached her. The boy that came back from hell itself. The world was freaking out about this. Naruto did not care too much about it though. Many believing that it was just rumors or someone was making things up for their own reason. Much did not believe it. Tsunade was a pain as she refused. She refused constantly. It didn't seem like they would effectively make her come back. Days there, Sasuke was starting to adjust. Naruto was there for him as well, knowing that he needed it. Naruto decided to take a little walk where he found Tsunade, gazing towards a vast river. He stopped and stood beside her, trying to convince me once again. It's not gonna work. Just go away, she said. You lost everything, said Naruto. He didn't talk often, but when he did, he really talked. On the way here, Jiraiya told us, your brother, your lover, the first two Hokages were connected to you. I see why you would say that about the position. That was tragic, painful. I'm not trying to minimize that. But Jiraiya also told me something. All of those people, they had one thing in common. 3. Achieve it. Naruto said, talking about the first, second, and third. But your brother and lover, they also wanted to be the Hokage. They would be disgraced to see what you've become. How dare you? She whirled around on him. They wanted a position that is being handed to you right now, but you rather hide and drink yourself into oblivion, refusing to use the skills that you've been given to help people, believing that the world is just over because you've lost. Everyone has lost. Sasuke lost his entire clan, his mother, his father, and recently, he killed his own brother by his own hands. And you stand here, trembling, throwing your life away into a pitiful mess. They would be ashamed. Tsunade lashed out. No one has talked to her like that in a long while as she smacked Naruto across the face. However, with the head tilt, nothing else came of it. He was barely fazed by her punch. He took it head on. He then reached and took her fist from his face, tossing it aside. It's painful, said Naruto. I went to hell. He looked at her, the closest, and I wanted to give up. I was being swallowed by a darkness that I had to face. The only reason I did not give up is because I knew I still had people to return back to. And you have an entire village to return back to. People that would look up to you. People that would support you without a doubt. And the idea of knowing that your loved ones would be grateful even in their peaceful, restful state. To know that you accomplished what they could not. His words, calm and truthful, they hit her deep. The realization that what he was saying might be possible, that he truly went to hell and back. It made her problem seem small. He looked like a child. At the same time, he doesn't. He definitely did not talk like one. She didn't know why she decided to say it as he turned his back. I'm scared. I'm scared about caring again. I'm scared to let people in. Because everyone I love died. I don't know if I can survive if that happened again. He turned towards her fully. Then put your trust in me, he said. She blinked. Love me. Believe in me. Because I will not die. I promise someone I care about deeply that I will always come back. And I would not allow death to hold me where it was. Besides, becoming our leader means I'm under your authority. And I promise you with all the power coursing through me, I will not allow that to happen as long as I live. And I don't plan on dying anytime soon. That's a promise. And I don't break promises. Tsunade looked back towards the water. She was quiet, not saying anything, as Naruto simply walked off. A day later, Jiraiya realized that they were not going to convince her when suddenly, 3 more days to end the week off. I want to spend the rest of the time enjoying my little gambling spree, because the festival will finish in 3 days. Jiraiya was confused. I'm confused, he said. Isn't it obvious? I'm coming back with you. Really? Sakura said. Yes, I'll take the mantle as the new Hokage, she said, shocking the group as she looked over towards Naruto, who simply gave her a nod. Sasuke had saw the both of them talking. You said something to her? Yes. You can really help people with your words, you know that. Can I? Yes, you can, Sasuke said. How are you doing? Said Naruto. I won't lie. It's hard. But I'm managing. Naruto nodded towards him. The most respectful thing that he would get from someone like Naruto. Tsunade accepted the position. Maybe that was what Nawaki and Dan would have wanted from her. Not to forget them, but to find new people to love, to connect to live. They will return to Konoha in a week. Unfortunately though, something was happening. Darkness bled into the world. Not natural darkness, not the absence of light. This was something else. Primordial, ancient, wrong in every way that mattered. This was something unnatural. This was something that was here for one reason and one reason only. Naruto Uzumaki. And this was bad. Time skip. The Akatsuki hideout. The members were currently assembled, their hologramic form. Their leader, Pain, the man that wielded the Rinnegan. Itachi, Uchiha, and Kisame were both killed by the Konoha Jinchuriki. The words seemed to ring through the chamber. Everyone was stunned to hear that. Zetsu had arrived towards the location late, but still, enough time to see the body of Itachi being taken by Jiraiya. Kisame was also dead, hacked to pieces, the remains of him sealed away. Everyone was stunned. The brat who came back from hell, Hidan said. Yes, Zetsu replied. He tore Kisame apart, brutally, efficiently. Those weapons of his seemed to be able to cut through anything as he was able to tear through Samehata. Impossible, Deidara said. He has weapons that was able to tear through one of the legendary blades. Yes, Deidara confirmed it. He also gave the opening for Sasuke to claim his older brother's life. 2 of their greatest members were dead. This was bad for them. This changes things, changing the entire timeline. The leader looked towards them all. As of now, none of them would go after the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. The rumors about him coming from hell, returning back, didn't seem so far-fetched anymore, considering that he was, 13 years old? Killing S-rank ninjas, that should not be possible. So then it's truthful, Sorcerer said, about him coming back. Yes, Zetsu said. There was a funeral. He died fighting Orochimaru in the Forest of Death. I don't know the full detail, but it is said that he crawled his way out of hell, slaughtering everything in his path. Perhaps he is truly unkillable. Or perhaps something even greater. The room was silent as they let that soak in. This was not a foe that they could currently go after without any added information, because Kisame and Itachi were 2 of their stronger members, and there was no doubt about that. For now, the Akatsuki would hold back. Time skip. Weeks later, Kabuto. Kabuto looked at the remnants of Orochimaru Empire. The weight of everything pressured down on him. His master was dead, truly dead. All remnants of the curse mark was gone. It was not a temporary defeat like always. His master was not coming back. Kabuto decided to rebuild. Kimimaro was gone, considering that Orochimaru had taken his body. But there was still a few strong members that he can use to rebuild the organization, to pull them back together. Orochimaru's Sama legacy won't die with him. We will carry it forward, he told them all. As Kabuto gathered them, from base to base, from man to man, from kunoichi to kunoichi. However, it was late one night Kabuto started to have vivid dreams. Kabuto, my greatest creation, my most loyal student. Kabuto immediately knew that this was a dream. Master, am I dreaming? You're dead. You were destroyed. Dead, yes, but gone? No. I took precautions, just in case my death was brought forward. A binding seal that bind my consciousness to reality, and you as well. I am not completely destroyed, just disassembled. And waiting. Kabuto jumped up, looking around. However, there was no one there. It was just a vivid dream, he thought to himself. That was until a week later, when he woke up to see Orochimaru sitting on the edge of his bed. Kabuto was truly stunned. I told you, I am not truly dead. You are real. Yes, a fragment of me still exists. A piece of my soul. I use forbidden techniques that not even you know about. It is up to you to bring me back. How? Sacrifice. The seal require blood and death. At least 15 souls, killed in a ritual fashion. Life for a life, energy for energy, displacement for rebirth. Kabuto was confused as he'd never been told about something like this. However, his desire to bring Orochimaru back was strong. Tell me what to do. Over the following weeks, Kabuto gathered a few of the members and brutally slaughtered them with his bare hands. It was a part of the procedure. He killed them one by one, allowing their blood to spill on the floor. On the night of the full moon, Kabuto stood within a clearing, blood in jars. As he was there in the opening, he did as he was told as he carved the symbols into the ground, using the blood to paint the carving path. The bodies that were now drained of blood. He offered their flesh as a part of the sacrifice, and their blood as the elixir. As he began, doing as he was told, despite never learning of this, despite his master never telling him of this when he was alive, he still did it. He spoke words that did not sound normal. He went through hand signs that was not in the curriculum of hand signs for any ninja. And to end it off, he dropped his own blood in it. Just a tiny part of it. The blood started to glow. The symbols started to pulsate. It came out with a sick, twisted purple light. Kabuto watched as it started to turn and bend, before it came together and create a rift, almost like a tear in reality itself. He believed that this was the bind that Orochimaru created with himself, with reality, his fragment. This was similar in a way to where Naruto had returned back to the world of the living, but this was not as epic or as crazy. It was more subtle, like something wrong slipping in. Over to the side, a thick sludge of black goo was hit with all of this. The sludge seeming to be there for some time now. as something was formed right in front of Kabuto. Unfortunately though, this was not Orochimaru. The creature that emerged was around 7 foot tall, its body grotesque, a fusion of humanoid and something else entirely. Its skin was a grey blackish hue. Its face seemed so human, yet you could tell that this was definitely not a human. Grotesque and monstrous. Its eyes though, they were sunken and black. Kabuto was confused as he stepped back. What are you? The creature smiled. You did good, he said, smiling at Kabuto. I was the one you were speaking to. It mimicked the human tongue as it spoke. Kabuto started back away, realizing that he messed up. Do not blame yourself. I feed on the human insecurity, your fear, your desire. You were seeing what you needed to see. My name is Vrax. I am a breach maker, one of Moloch's chosen. And you, my dear Kabuto, have done a wonder in bringing me here. Vrax, move forward. Kabuto activated his chakra scalpels and slash. But his arms were no longer attached. Kabuto tried to scream, but the arms of Vrax lashed out and reached into his mouth and ripped his tongue out. Kabuto staggered. It tore a hand through his back and another through his shoulder joints and ripped the bones out. Brutal and deadly. Vrax, he was the one that first came here. He was special. There was a veil. It was limited and weak. He was only able to enter the human world in his sludge form. But he couldn't do anything as that. Thus, he spent the time searching until he came across Kabuto. Kabuto was empty. He didn't have an identity. He was never his own person. And the demon fed on that. It gave Kabuto a desire to bring his master back. That is why Kabuto never questioned it, because his mind was like in a haze. Think of it as an illusion. He fed on Kabuto's lack of identity. The ritual that Kabuto did, it was enough to weaken the veil to allow Vrax's form to truly emerge into the human world, to merge with his liquid form. He was the only one. Weakening the veil was not easy. Not to mention, the demons could not actually do it on the other side that easily. The process was difficult and strenuous. That is why the empty or Moloch was not here coming for Naruto. And that is why they sent Vrax. He was going to be the key, because he was a special kind. He picked Kabuto up. Thanks for your sacrifice, he said, as he devoured his heart. Yes, he found it rather tasty. Not to mention it was the last part of the sacrifice, for him to devour Kabuto's heart, anchoring him to this realm. Vrax did not just kill and eat Kabuto. He devoured his memories, his experience, his essence. Everything that Kabuto has learned from he was a child. As he stood in the ritual circle and smiled. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, to begin. It could sense Naruto Uzumaki. The target Moloch wanted destroyed. The boy was in Konoha. The stench from Naruto from coming back from the crossroads was strong. No other human would be able to sense it. Only someone like his kind. As for Vrax's strength, yes, he was strong. But attacking would be him basically throwing his life away. Because he was not as strong as Moloch, so yes, it would be pointless. But him being here was not to fight and kill Naruto Uzumaki. He was here for another reason entirely. Vrax started to change, as he took on similar traits to Kabuto, but not looking exactly like him. He became completely human, shape-shifting as he took form. His clothing even fit so for a human. Perfect for the hunt. People will be less to run away in fright when they see him. Time skip. Months later, Konoha. Tsunade Senju was the Hokage. There was a lot that was going on. Itachi's body had been brought back. As Sasuke, he had learned through his own eyes that eventually he would lose his sight. In order to stop that process, he needed the eyes of another, his own brother with a Mangekyou. So that was there. His teammates were by his side, helping him through everything that he was going through. The invasion that took place on Konoha did not weaken them as much due to many different interference. The world was now more aware about Naruto than ever before. His name was being spoken about by all corners. Him returning back from hell and all. Jiraiya stopped by every now and again. Tsunade told him that Naruto was fine, training with his team, spending time with Sakura. It was good, especially for someone who had crawled out of hell, getting back to a sense of normalcy. Yes, it was good. Jiraiya headed out once again. His job to make sure that all threats to Konoha was known about before they could move against them. However, as Jiraiya headed out, some rather troubling information headed his way. Around 2 months later, Jiraiya finally caught up to one of these spots. It was a town. It was a small village near the coastline. Not diving into Kiri just yet, but it was close. This place was popular with a lot of people. It was a tourist path. But the village nearby was also good with a good healthy amount of people. The problem was, as the Sannin arrived there, following a trail about something happening that no one seemed to notice just yet, it was empty. There was no war, no plague, no famine, no bodies. The place was empty. Jiraiya searched the homes. Not a single person anywhere. Not alive, not dead, they were just gone. The Sannin was confused. He was tracking these disappearances for some time now. And they were getting worse, but this was an entire village. There was nothing. No trail of chakra, nothing to signify what was going on. He went deeper into the mountain regions of this little small coastal town. The island that it was on was large enough because something drew him here. Noise. Making his way, Jiraiya finally came to a stop when he saw something waiting there. Jiraiya was frozen. The thing was larger, now standing at a good 9 feet tall, half shifted between his human form and his true form, possessing 6 arms now. Whatever he's been doing was helping him grow stronger, which showed by his form. Vrax turned to face Jiraiya with a smile. Well. It took you long enough to catch up. How delightful that you're here now though. Jiraiya mind raced. Jiraiya looked at the abomination in front of him and his skin crawled. He's never seen anything like this before. What are you? Jiraiya said. I am Vrax, a breach maker, a servant of Lord Moloch, and you smell like him. You see, the Empty had made a deal with Moloch. While Naruto was submerged within the Empty was able to get a glimpse into his mind, information that was passed to Moloch and then to Vrax. There was a reason for that. Vrax could smell the boy on Jiraiya. Naruto's scent was strong in this world because he stench of the world that was beyond this world. Yes, and Vrax could smell it. Jiraiya's blood turned cold as the abomination was truly in front of him like this. He was not a man to be scared often, but this thing in front of him terrified him down to his bones. Do not worry, Vrax said. I will not kill you. You are simply too valuable for that. It moved and Jiraiya went through hand sign out of instinct, fire style, flame bullet. Unfortunately though, Vrax opened his mouth and swallowed the flames. He licked his 3 tongues. Tasty, he said, as he rushed at Jiraiya. Meanwhile, at Konoha, Naruto looked off into the distance. Hey, are you okay? He turned his gaze as Sakura was resting her head on his shoulder, leaning against him peacefully. These past few months have changed a lot. Yeah, said Naruto. He didn't know what that feeling was a moment ago, almost like he felt something, but he supposed it was nothing as he returned, unaware that true hell was going to take place. Yes, abominations were here for him. And they did not just come to kill him. No, they wanted him to suffer in the most horrific ways. And that means going after the ones that he loved and doing what to them exactly. Well, he's not gonna like it. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next part, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm over for now. See you guys soon. Peace.